Goosebumps in 3D, a 2015 release, a 1 hour and 40-minute film, 2.39 to 1 aspect ratio. On the 3D disc, you will get DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. On the standard Blu-ray disc, you get other sound options. Also on the standard Blu-ray disc, you're going to get a lot of extras. Now, if they're on the 3D disc, I don't know because my 3D disc menu doesn't work. It didn't work. I got a blank screen. This is the 2D disc menu, and you can see all the special features. And according to the back here, it's on the Blu-ray, so I don't think you've got those extra features on the 3D disc. All right, so what do we got here? This is currently on Internet Movie Database. This is currently 6.3. On Rotten Tomatoes, you have critics' approval score of 78%, audience approval score of 62%. Don't get this mixed up with Goosebumps 2, which comes in at a miserable 47% critics' approval score and 36% audience approval score. This is directed by Rob Letterman, and it stars Jack Black as Stein, and he's the voice of Slappy. You got Dylan Minnette as Zach. You got Odeya Rush as Hannah, and you have Ryan Lee as Champ. You've got Amy Ryan as Gail, the mom, and you've got Julian Bell as Lorraine, the aunt, and all the monsters from the R.L. Stein Goosebumps stories or novels for children. R.L. Stein got to read the script before filming, which was cool. He really liked that. He also makes a cameo in here, and I'll let you see if you can spot him. I'm not going to tell you where he's at. And he sold 400 million copies. R.L. Stein sold 400 million copies of Goosebumps, selling more books than Stephen King, who sold 350 million copies of his books. This takes place in Madison, Delaware, but it's filmed mainly in the state of Georgia, and it also filmed in Madison, Georgia. So what do you got here? You got an adaptation of R.L. Stein's novels all kind of put together, all the monsters all put together. You've got Zach here, he's moving to a new town with his mom. His mom got a job as an assistant principal in the school. There's going to be some spoilers here. I can't help it. There's going to be some spoilers. Not many. They're moving to a new town, and he's going to a new school, and he's apprehensive about all that, and something happened to his dad, and he's in a spot in his life that he's questioning things, and they're moving in, and next door he spots Hannah, played by Odeya Rush. Lovely Odeya Rush is absolutely just she's just, I don't know how to put it. She's just so wholesome and sweet. She's just a sweet gal here in this movie. And she plays Hannah. And, they got a little interest going on. But of course, Jack Black isn't going to stand for it. You saw that in the trailer. He doesn't want him coming on his side of the fence. Stay away from my daughter. Why? Well, he's got some things to hide. I mean, the things that he has to hide is all his novels that he wrote. He's playing R.L. Stein, and in this particular movie, they're all locked in the books, which you've seen that in the trailer. I'm not going to tell you anything that isn't in the trailer. And they escape from the books, and now, Jack Black and Hannah and Champ, played by Ryan Lee, they got to get the monsters back in the books. Talk a little bit more. Let's talk about the characters now. I think Jack Black. First of all, let me say this. The music score is good, and I had a great time watching this film. I really did. I enjoyed every second of it. I really did. Guilty pleasure, whatever. It had those scary moments, where a bird pops out or something pops out and makes you jump. And so I really enjoyed every minute of this. Let's talk about Jack Black. He knocked it out of the park here. I'm hit and miss on Jack Black. I really am. Some movies I enjoy Jack Black in, others movies I don't. But him playing R.L. Stein here, I thought he did a great job. A little eccentric. He plays an eccentric part. He's also the voice of Slappy. So when you hear Slappy talking, that's Jack Black. Let's talk about Dylan Minnette as Zach. Great guy, great actor here. He's the kid moving in. And then Hannah, he has that thing going on with Hannah. I want to talk a little bit about Ryan Lee, Champ. He plays this nerd in here. He's this nerdy teenager, and they're getting ready to go to a dance, and the only thing on his mind is girls. Girls, and what else was on our minds when we were that age and nerdy? Yeah, my wife will say I was a nerd. She swears I had a protector, but I did not have a pocket protector. And so, you know, what's on your mind back then but girls? And that's what his mind's on, the girls. And then the monsters come up and he becomes a scared little girl screaming and stuff. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And then they got to get the monsters back into the book. Does that happen? There's also some twists in here that I'm not going to tell you about. Some twists that really took me by surprise. That's all I'm going to say about that. There's some twists that develop along the way. Let's talk about the monsters. The monsters are I really thought the CG was good. I mean, look, you got the I guess you could say it's the abominable snowman. This mantis. I like the CG on the mantis. You've got you got a werewolf in here. CGI is great. You got these crazy gnomes. Then of course you got Slappy. I thought the CGI in the monsters was really, really good. I did. I enjoyed them. Let's talk about the 3D now. I know that's why you're here. The 3D was very, very enjoyable. Let me just put it to you that way. It was very enjoyable. Some of the depths were really, really good. It's mainly into the window effect. This is 90% into the window, 10% pop. So you're really the depths. Now, when I really enjoyed the depths is when the camera's down low, you're looking across the gymnasium floor. You feel like you're in the gymnasium. That's how good the 3D is on this. When on the low floor shots, low to the road shots, you feel like you're walking right there on the road. You feel like you're in a gymnasium. The outdoor shots are great. The depths are really, really good. Absolutely incredible. And if you're doubting it, man, all you got to do is just touch your glasses, turn it off for a second, turn it on, all of a sudden, whoom, way into the window. Colors are fantastic, great. There's some scenes in here that, there's an abandoned amusement park that's out in the woods, and the way the lights are strung through the trees and looking back into the woods, absolutely incredible depths. Looking out over the city as they're sitting up in one of the chairs, looking out over the city is just fantastic. I wouldn't want to watch this any other way but in 3D. Very, very good. The monsters do pop out. They will come out of the screen. That's the pop I'm talking about. Their heads will pop out. Some hands will pop out. There's some swirling motion. When the swirling motion goes on, you're going to get a lot of ashes and things that will pop out of the screen and kind of feel like they're in the room. And debris. That's the main thing here. Debris will feel like it's coming out, and some ashes will feel like they're floating in the room. So the 3D is absolutely enjoyable. So what I'm going to do with this, I know everybody says, you get the same grade all the time. Well, whatever. All right, whatever. So Goosebumps, I'm going to give Goosebumps, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Okay, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 for the movie because I really enjoyed it. I really did. I had a great time. And the 3D, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. I would have liked to seen a little more pop. You know, would have liked to seen a little more things coming out into the room. But you know what? It was great. I really enjoyed the 3D. And I wouldn't want to watch it every other way. I enjoyed every minute of this film. I couldn't turn it off. And the soundtrack was great. So, let me ask you, what did you think? Did you see this in the theaters in 3D in 2015? Did you see it in 2D in the theaters in 2015? Have you seen it at home? Leave some comments below. And let me ask you, what is your favorite R.L. Stine Goosebumps book? Okay? I know what my kids' favorite books are, but I want you to leave your favorite book down there, and let's talk about R.L. Stine and all the wonderful, wonderful stories that he wrote for the kids. Okay? So, I want you to stay tuned. I want you to stay safe. I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. I got a lot more 3D reviews coming up. I want you to have a good night. As always, God bless.